Well, good morning everybody. It's a brand new day on Sugar Cube Creek, and today we are doing a about a 10-mile float down Sugar Cube Creek. I've got some friends of mine with me today, and I'm going to introduce those. Here's Jeff,
the old man.
The old man. This is Logan Kimball. Logan is actually going to be running for city council for Boise.
Nice
yeah.
Plug. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And there's Tyler. He's a frequent occurrence on my videos. And so we are going to get the boats in the water. We've got 3 pontoons today. We're running one steel header, one water skeeter, a Wilderness 11, and a kayak. Here's our rides.
Pimping our rides.
Pimping the rides. We're getting all ready to go. We are ready to get in the water, and I will probably take this up when Tyler either sinks his boat because he's got one that's leaking. He's got a pontoon that's leaking.
And we no responsibility or liability.
Yeah, we take no liability if he doesn't make it through this trip.
You don't have it written.
And so we are going to take this up in a little bit. So we'll see you. We are underway on our float. Today it's August 19th. There's the rest of the crew right there. And we are headed into the cat house. I am taking 2 young men into the cat house. Oh my gosh. And you know what happens when 2 young men go into a cat house? It's gonna just get ugly. What's that?
It's my first time in the cat house.
That is Logan's first time in the cat house, and it's gonna get ugly. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, I got the first fish of the day, and it crushed my bait. I'm gonna get over to the bank here because I've got a pretty good fight going. Yeah, that fish is taking a lot. This camera down here, maybe I can get a little better pictures. Yeah, that's a dandy. That's big old daddy cat right there. That is a big old daddy cat.
Look at that. Nice. Wow. Beautiful. Awesome.
Here he is. This is a daddy cat. I hope that's all in the picture there. See if I can get a measurement on him. Well, I about got pimp slapped by a daddy cat. Yep, I got pimp slapped in the cat house. That is just part of the fun. Oh. Woo. 29 and a half.
Nice. And the bait's still good.
And it's 11 pounds.
Nice.
I'm going to switch to a picture real quick here. Alright, I got fish number 2 on. And this one just took the bait while I was messing with my other fish. There was no skill involved. I just picked up my rod and boom, there was there. This one is not as big. One of the things that I guess I'm going to point out on this video here is that big cat that I just released. was real dark colored, and so is this one, very dark colored, and that's because the river's so shallow right here. We're only in like 2 feet of water, and so these fish, when they're in shallow water, they'll definitely darken up. And same thing goes for deep water. When the river's deep, then you'll have fish that look a lot lighter in color. So that's another, just a real nice Idaho catfish right there. I'm not going to take his picture because he's already going to be a YouTube sensation with about 10 views. That's him right there. And he's released. Well, I'll pick this up in a little bit. All right, I've got fish number 3 on, and it's only been a couple of minutes just sitting here. This looks like a pretty decent fish. He's dragging me out into the water, away from the bank. Not going to be a super big one like that first one, but it's going to be a decent little fish. Yeah, it's a nice little fish. I guess sometimes when you take an old man into a cat house, I guess he does okay too. Woo! That was wet. Yeah, that's going to be about a 27, 28 inch fish probably. $26, $27, $27 and a half. 27 and a half. Nice fish.
Nice rod. Beauty.
And I'm going to release him. Jeff has got his very first catfish on. I'm going to reel in so I can go over.
That is, Ron, that is the very first fish on this boat.
First fish on the water skeeter. He looks like a handful. Woo-hoo. What we're doing right now,
Come on, baby.
by sitting here for a little bit, we're actually building a scent pool, and that scent pool is starting to pay off. We've caught 5 fish now in this spot. Oh yeah, that's a dandy.
So what's the game plan here?
Well, I would net him if I were you.
Okay.
That way you can control the situation here.
Well,
You can try picking him up the way I do, but that's really hard with a fish that big. He'll start spinning on you, and he could break that line, picking him up with that line like that. I think I'd net him, Jeff.
well,
Your rod just fell in the water
Yeah.
behind you.
I got this end of it tied up though.
Yeah, Jeff got one. There we go. Now he's got that under control.
So do we want to try to measure him or anything?
Sure. I'm going to turn this video off for just a minute. We're going to get a measurement on this fish, and we're going to see how that is, and I'll be back in a minute.
With this other rod. And all of a sudden it started kind of moving. I thought, shit, that's going away. I'm about to lose her. Woo-hoo!
That was Jeff's first catfish, and that was the first fish in the water skeeter. So He's no longer a catfish virgin.
Or a water skeeter virgin.
Yep.
Virgin.
We'll start this back up in a little bit. Oh, and that fish was just a little over 26 inches. Nice big fish, probably in the 8 to 9 pound range. So it was a nice fish. I've got my fourth, I guess, fish on now. We've got 6 fish total for the trip so far, and the only guy that hasn't got one yet, unfortunately, is the guy with the kayak. And I've got to emphasize that when you're fishing with a kayak, you're really limiting yourself. You're really limiting yourself and your abilities with a kayak. That's a little poke at Steve Carroll right there. Okay, here we go. There's fish number 4 right there. It's, you know, a 26-inch fish. It's not a super hog or nothing. It's just a decent little sugar cube special right there. 26 and a half, something like that. Nice little fish. There he is. That's a nice fish right there. Okay, I got fish number 5 on now. We've got 7 so far for the trip. If I land this one, it'll be 7 for the trip. I'm in a bad spot here. I'm gonna have to drift down just a little bit farther. Whoa! That fish is stripping the line like crazy. Swamp marlin. I gotta get in here somewhere. Maybe I can do it right here. Oh man, that is a real nice fish. Okay. Now I'm in a spot where I can... Oh, this is a pig. Holy mackerel. Yeah, this is a dandy of a fish. Oh, that is a whopper. That is a whopper of a fish right there. Okay, let me see if I can get a measurement on this devil. "31 inches.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Look at the head on this guy.
Look at that fish right there. That is a stallion of a fish. That is a monster. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this with my camera. Okay, hold it up a little more like, there we go. Okay, let's get some statistics on that devil.
You got the pliers?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get that out to his tail. 20. Is that at the end? 27.
Sweet. 41 inches, Jeff.
Let's get a measure. Let's get a weight. Oop, wrong spot. That fish is 10 pounds. That fish weighed the same as my 31-inch fish. Yeah. I've got a long pair of grippers off. I don't know if these will really do catfish very well, though. He is about ready to release that fish. That fish was 26 inches and 10 pounds. That was a sweet fish. What do you think, Tyler? We'll see in a bit. The wind has really picked up. It's probably 20 mile an hour plus. And here's Jeff plowing through the surf like a Coast Guard cutter. Logan's got his first fish of the day on, and it looks like a pretty good fish. He just did a breach out there. He's out there about 35 yards. Are you gonna have to chase him?
I might. Take the boat. He's coming up.
One of the things that Logan wanted to do was to catch a catfish on an ultralight, and he's got one on an ultralight right now.
Awesome.
That's fish number 9 for the trip.
So this is what it feels like.
Going for another run. Oh. Everybody out there, this is Logan Kimball. He's the candidate for City Council for Boise, Idaho. And if anybody has any inclinations that the boy might not be an outdoorsman, here it is. This is it. He's having his hind end whipped by a big old catfish. When this catfish gets close, he's gonna take the rod away from Logan and he's gonna whoop his hind end with it. Yeah, back on up into here. Bring it on over here. Let's see what it looks like. Why don't you put that thing on a stringer? Take it home. Yeah, that looks like a female. Yeah, that's definitely a female. Woo! She's about 26, maybe 27.
It's a fat one. My hand is literally tired. That was awesome. Thank you, Ron. Oh my goodness.
Put one hand underneath its belly.
Belly.
Flip your hand over.
Put my hand over like this.
Like you're going up the fish's belly.
Okay.
And your thumb underneath that pectoral fin. Yep, just like that. And then grab the tail with the other side.
Just like that. Look at that, man. That's awesome. Holy what? What's that? Alright, 1 sec.
25, 20, 26.
26. There you go. Man.
Tip him up.
I can't imagine what a 31 inch would be like. That's insane.
That was on the same rod.
Oh my goodness.
Let me hand him a little bit. Go ahead and grab him again. That fish is 8.5 pounds.
Okay.
Just like that.
8.5 pounds. Oh my gosh. What was the big one? 11?
Yeah, 31,
Oh my
31
God.
inches and 11 pounds.
Woo!
Okay, hold on just a second. Bert, I'm gonna.
Poor girl, it came out her eyeball.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get some pictures here. Now give me one of these, just like this. There you go. A little bit more. There you go, like that.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Look at that.
There we go.
So I can let her go?
Yep.
Man.
What'd she weigh? 8.5 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it so much, man. Thanks a lot, Ron. Okay, what do I do? I just keep reeling?
Yep. Just keep on him.
Okay.
Logan's got a fish. We don't have any idea what it is. In this particular hole, it could be a catfish, it could be a sturgeon, it could be anything.
Yeah, I was like, is something on there? Oh, dude, you're on there, bro.
We're gonna see here in a minute. I'm thinking it's a catfish.
Oh, he's right there. There he is, right there. Oh, yeah. Catfish. Oh, my God, someone's blind.
He's a lot lighter color. See that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right on.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
That's a nice cat.
That is a nice cat.
Yeah. Right.
All on your own.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Alright.
That looks like it's in that same size range as that other one of yours. That is awesome.
Sweet.
That is awesome.
Score. Yeah, that's a fish.
Doggone, look at that. That boy's got himself a fish, I think.
Here on Sugar Cube Creek.
Here on Sugar Cube Creek. Logan's about ready to catch up with me for fish. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle that.
Alright, it feels like a good one. First in the drifting kayak.
Yep, he was drift fishing for channel cats when he caught that fish.
Right on, man.
You're hooked.
Oh, heck yeah.
You're hooked. Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, look at that.
Is it a good one?
Got a little run. I can't even see it yet.
Oh gosh, I'm standing here with my...
Are you hooked? Oh gosh.
I need to get my stuff out of your way.
Man, he doesn't want to come up yet. Oh yeah, good old cat.
I'm dragging nothing but a hook.
Woo! There it goes.
That fish is putting a whipping on that little rod of his right there. That was what he's been itching to do all day, was catch one in the kayak while he was drift fishing. And that's what he's got. I'm going to switch to pictures real quick for just a bit. Well, I got fish number 6 on. I've had kind of a dry spell for a little bit. The boys have been whipping on me. Gosh, I thought they were going to catch me for a while there. If I can get this one landed, that means 15 for today. It's not been a super day. It's been just a good day. It looks like it's...
That's a fish. Yeah?
Could be. I could have a boat double on right here. Well, I think I have a boat double. We'll see. That's a pretty good sized fish. He might be a little bit bigger than I was thinking. Okay, I've got a fish coming right up underneath you. Dude, just chill. I'll edit that later. Oh, that is a nice fish. Nine. 26. Yeah, 26. That's all it was. He's a heavy 26. There we go. There he is. There she is. That's a female. Good looking little girl. I'm going to let her go. There she goes. Now, part 2 of this Idaho Ron. Uh-oh. I just lost my measuring gauge there. My ruler and weight. Alright. Part 2 of this saga is another fish is out here on my other rod. Oh, I lost that one. That one's gone. Yeah, I had him, but I lost him. So anyway, I am at 6 now, and I'm going to sign off for this for right now until something else happens. Okay, Jeff has got his 4th fish on, and it is 28 inches. Oh man, yeah. Oh, you dirty dog. He's splooging on you. That is a dandy of a fish.
That is a beauty.
That is what they're supposed to look like. Big and sassy.
Let's get her back in the water where she can continue to grow.
Well, everybody, this is the end of our day. We ended up finishing the day with what, 15 or 16?
16.
We ended up finishing with 16. Jeff just caught that real big one. I hope I got good video of that. I wanted to thank again Jeff and Tyler and Logan for coming out here and putting up with me for the day.
Our river sensei.
With that, we're going to load up and we're going to get ready to, I guess, head for the house. So we'll see you next time on Sugar Cube Creek.
Thanks, Ron.